I hope you're enjoying a Thursday morning. Some sun. We'll get up to about 80 today. Pine Bush at 62. Hyde Park at 64 right now. And the show's tomorrow night. Tyler Farr, Florida Georgia Line, and Jason Aldean up at SPAC, up at Saratoga Performing Arts Center. And we're lucky enough to be joined on the show. Tyler Farr is opening up for the guys. And he joins us on the show. Now, are you already in New York, Tyler?
I am not. I am, where we're at, Michigan? Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Wow. So you're en route, and obviously Tyler Farr joins us on the show this morning. You're going to be opening up with Florida Georgia Line, Jason Aldean up at SPAC, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you excited about that? That's got to be one heck of a show to be a part of.
It is. It's we've had fun all year. It's just like another day walking the park with your buddies. We're with Brian and Tyler, Florida Georgia Line tonight here in Michigan, and been out with them since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And actually been out with Florida Georgia Line since last fall. So I have all the dance moves and songs perfected.
Now, if we have, and I know before we're done, we're going to give away some tickets to see the show, and we got some meet and greet passes for some of our listeners to actually come and say hi to you at the show this Friday. When you're out there doing, opening up for Florida Georgia Line and Jason Aldean, do you ever get to go back out with them? Like when Florida Georgia Line's out doing a song, do they ever invite you to come back out?
Yeah, I have. It varies. It kind of is a last minute thing. Me and Jason got up and sang, we were doing Country Boy Can't Survive. And we did that several times earlier in the year. And, it just depends. It's fun. We get to cut up, and it's a pretty laid back environment. It's a good time, and it's a hell of a show.
Yeah, and again, Tyler Farr joining us on the show. Make sure you're, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet and you're looking for something to do Friday night, SPAC is the place. Tyler Farr, Florida Georgia Line, and of course Jason Aldean up at SPAC. Now, I was reading somewhere, I think Jake Owen actually had brought it up in an interview that he said when he was starting out in the business, he would go out and open up for big acts, and he would go out there with the mindset like, I'm going to show up the headliner. I'm going to make it so everybody in this place is going absolutely bananas for me. Now, do you go out on stage with the mindset of like, listen, I'm going to tear the roof off of this place like nobody else can?
Yeah, I mean that's what I do every show. That's not necessarily trying to show up, but just play the best we can and just try to have everybody ready. Just to as an opener, your job is to get everybody as fired up as possible. In a 30-minute, 25-minute time span that you get to play. We don't do it a long set, but my job is by the end of my set is that everybody tearing the roof off the place.
Now, I can't stand the internet for certain things like this because I would have never have guessed this in a million years. But obviously, I had to look at your Wikipedia page, and they're telling me you were a classically trained opera singer.
I was. That is correct.
That you were, so are no longer.
No.
Because you know where I'm going here, and you could stop me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I did that from my mom got me into vocal lessons at the age of 7.
Yeah.
Singing Italian classical songs to, everything. I did all that and went to college on a vocal performance scholarship. So I had a lot of training in that. And
that's cool.
Probably wouldn't be able to tell from my voice. But,
I was going to say, I
did do that.
I'm thinking Pavarotti's going to sound a little different.
Yeah, I might be able to pull it off if I had to. But, I don't really sing that, fancy myself and singing that anymore. But it definitely helped, on the road with my range and just breathing right, being able to sing and do it. By the end of the year we'll have 242 shows done this year.
Yeah, wow.
It helps me keeps my voice in shape.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, when it comes to obviously Redneck Crazy, huge song, Whiskey in My Water. We're gonna play that here in a second. Obviously doing big things. Now, did you write or co-write all of your songs?
No,
okay.
Not all of them. Whiskey in My Water was my first number one that I was a writer on.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was definitely a big deal for me.
One of the reasons I ask is I actually came across an up-and-comer in the world of country music. I don't know if you know the name, Jacob Powell?
Yes, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, he came on the show. He opened up for Charlie Daniels here in our area a couple of months back, and I was actually on vacation in Delaware and saw him, and I got to talk to him, and he was telling me how, he's got a couple of songs that he wrote that were submitted and could be on, some stuff in the future from Tyler Farr. And when he said your name, I was like, oh, all right, Tyler Farr. So I'm just, I'm name dropping this morning.
Well, I'm excited to hear him. I'm that's how I got started. I had a publishing deal before I had a artist deal, and me and Thomas Rhett had my first big cut was a Joe Nichols cut. We had one on his last album.
Yeah.
Me and Thomas Rhett wrote together, and that's what was my first passion was songwriting. So it's a big part of my life, and that's I don't shoot to put every song I write on my album. I pick the best songs I can, and whether they're mine or somebody else's. So this new album that'll be coming out this winter or fall will be a combination of both, just similar to the first album where I wrote about half of it.
Very cool. So, I mean, songwriting, I know, I have friends, and, we have our one of our market managers here is from Nashville, and he's always like, you go to Nashville, and everybody's writing songs, and, you write 100 songs, and if you take one and use them on a record, that's a lot.
It is. It's getting a song even cut is a hard thing to do in Nashville.
Yeah. Again,
so it's definitely a difficult business.
Again, Tyler Farr joins us. SPAC this Friday night, opening up for Florida Georgia Line and Jason Aldean. And we're going to let Tyler go, but here's the deal. We've got tickets to give away to the show, meet and greet passes as well. We'll take a couple of random callers right now. Give us a ring at 473-9431, and we'll get you hooked up. Tyler, safe travels. I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to join us. And obviously, best of luck on the road, okay?
Thank you, and thank you all out there. We'll see you here shortly.